The Israeli embassy has welcomed Australia's decision to expel Iran's ambassador, calling it a clear stand against extremism and anti-Semitism. The move comes after Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced that Iran was behind two anti-Semitic arson attacks in Sydney and Melbourne, targeting a kosher restaurant and a synagogue. No injuries were reported, but Albanese has said that the attacks were part of an effort to sow discord in Australian society. It's the first time Australia has expelled a foreign envoy since World War II. The government is also suspending embassy operations in Tehran and will officially designate Iran's Revolutionary Guard as a terrorist organization. Now we go back to our guest discussion with Rohan Gunaratna. He's an international affairs expert. Thank you, Rohan, for staying with us. What do you think this will happen, or these actions between Iran and Australia? What do you think will follow, and do you think will any other country follow suit?
On Australian soil, Iran's intelligence service IRGC, or the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, planned a dozen attacks, of which 2 attacks materialized and a third was on its way. The man who ran the Iranian network was a former criminal, a man who by the name of Qasim Hamad. And of course, the Australians were very successful. They have raided 6 different locations, arrested a number of members of Qasim Hamad's network, and now in retaliation, Australia is expelling the Iranian ambassador and its diplomats and shutting down the Iranian mission. In return, Australia is recalling its diplomats back from Tehran to Australia. So many other countries will follow the steps that Australia has taken. One is the designation of Iran's Foreign Intelligence Service, IRGC Al-Quds, as a terrorist entity. Second is Australia has set a precedent by shutting down the embassy and expelling the Iranian ambassador. Other countries will also do it. Iran has not only done these kind of operations of using criminals to attack Jewish and Israeli targets, but they have also done this in many other countries. But other countries have not responded firmly like Australia. So the Australian response serves as a model for other countries to emulate as Iran continues to operate through terrorist groups and through criminal entities.
Yes, indeed. We'll be watching that closely. Thank you very much, Rohan Gunaratna, for joining us and sharing your insight throughout our news discussions. Thank you very much. Now we move on to Australia. Again, Australian police are still hunting a gunman who shot dead 2 officers and wounded another as they tried to serve a warrant for historical sex abuse allegations to a man at a rural property in the state of Victoria. In a statement on social media, Victoria Police said they were attending an active incident in the alpine town of Porpunka, about 300 kilometers off northeast of the city of Melbourne, and asked people to avoid the area. Police have not released details of the incident. According to reports, police visited the property to serve a warrant for historical sex abuse allegations when 2 officers were shot dead and another was wounded in an ambush attack. As per reports, heavily armed officers from the Special Operations Group were deployed to the scene, and the gunman was now on the run with several family members, including children. Reports say that police believe the shooter is a sovereign citizen who believes that the government is illegitimate. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Chief Commissioner of Victoria Police have issued statements on the shooting. Let's listen into what they have said.
Firstly, can I say that there are reports from Victoria, from Porpunga, about an active incident that has been underway there. There is grave concern for some of the police officers who are involved. Our thoughts are with the police for the work that they do each and every day.
I can confirm tragically that 2 of our fine Victoria police officers today lost their lives in the line of duty. At about 10:30 a.m. today, a team of 10 staff went into an area near Bright to execute a search warrant. They were fired upon. The 2 deceased officers are still at the scene. A 3rd officer was seriously injured and is currently in surgery